So the trailer for the new MCU Hawkeye TV series is here, and I'm going to be giving you all of my thoughts on what we've seen so far. And just a reminder, these videos are made possible by my supporters on this platform, so if you do want to support me, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description below. So I've seen around Twitter there's been a lot of hype for this show, like people sharing set photos, a lot of people simping and standing for Hailee Steinfeld, and there's gonna be a dog in it, so that sounds pretty awesome. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I'm not a huge Hawkeye fan. I've enjoyed him in the Marvel films. I've enjoyed him specifically most in, I think, Avengers Age of Ultron and Avengers Endgame. But, like, I don't, like, hear of a Hawkeye project and go, oh, I'm buzzing off my tits. I didn't even bother with the Hawkeye DLC on the Avengers game yet, but that's primarily because I haven't really properly hunkered down into a story mission in the Avengers game just yet. One thing I know about Hawkeye from the comics is I believe he's supposed to be deaf or something, and he uses a hearing aid, and that's not until present in the movie versions, and I'm not gonna lie, that would make this character a lot more interesting, I think. But since Avengers Age of Ultron, they've been leaning a lot more into the whole he's a family man aspect of his character. He's the resident family man Avenger, basically. And I do think giving superheroes families is always a good idea. Again, I don't know if this was such a prevalent thing in the comics or if the MCU's just expanded on it a lot more, because I don't know dick all about Hawkeye. But like, I think focusing on a family aspect of a superhero character can be really good to add additional stakes and like make kind of the superhero's struggle feel that little more tense, I guess, because when it comes to matters of the family, there are some things that superpowers just can't solve. I clearly want to talk more about the Superman and Lois TV series, and I want to talk about this right now. Look, before you go branding me as a hater or something though, let me just say right off the cuff, this looks good. This looks like a really good, entertaining series. And it's just crazy to me that all these years in, over 10 years into the MCU, and we're only just now getting a Hawkeye project with Hawkeye's actual name on it. I tend to think of Age of Ultron as more Hawkeye's movie, but like finally he actually gets his name on the poster. And one thing that immediately struck me, we're setting this at Christmas again. I'm thrilled with that. I love Christmas settings. Like, even in, like, non-Christmas movies, I love a Christmas setting. The world feels like a different place at Christmas time. I fucking love Christmas. And just looking at this, I'm getting that festive feeling. Also, snow always lends really well to cinematography in films. I've always said this, if I ever made a Spider-Man movie, there would be snow blanketing New York City. Although in this trailer, there doesn't appear to be any snow on the floor. It's just kind of floating around in the air. Whatever. Whatever. I like the Christmas setting is what I'm saying here. And this whole trailer feels kind of like a Die Hard meets James Bond kind of thing. I like that we haven't dropped the Ronin subplot from Avengers Endgame, like Clint is going to be paying for the consequences of his actions as Ronin terrorizing the underworld. And there's a new Ronin about, and that is Hailee Steinfeld's Kate Bishop. And I think that's quite a cool idea. She starts off wanting to be the next Ronin, but ends up becoming the next Hawkeye. It's kind of like the best and worst of Clint Barton's character. And it looks like we're kind of getting that buddy cop dynamic between these two, but it also looks like Clint is going to pay kind of like a father figure to her as well. And it looks like we're getting some really cool action sequences, like the one in the car where she shoots the arrow. God, that sounds so lame the way I'm wording that, but like, well, watch it for yourself, you'll see what I mean. The world building stuff, as always, is on point. I like the fact there's like a Steve Rogers musical, and I hope we get to see quite a bit of that because I think that's just such a cool idea, and I would love to see Marvel Studios take on something like that. I'm not saying do it for like an entire episode or something, but like, we see a brief snippet of it here, and I'd just love to see a Marvel Studios showpiece. What can I say? This looks like it's going to be like an action adventure on a big scale, which I really like, and is it me or is the cinematography in the Marvel shows better than the ones in the Marvel movies? Like, I'm not one of those people that thinks that the cinematography in the Marvel movies is so bad, but like, these just look a bit... they look a cut above. I don't know what to say, everything just looks more stylized here. I also do think that we're setting up Hawkeye retiring and being with his family. He says at the start of the trailer he wants to make up for lost time, and then he's thrust into this adventure hunting down the new Ronin, and then more stuff happens where I don't know what's really going on. It looks like they're being hunted down. I'm very intrigued to see what Tuxedo Clint is all about, but I do think that like Clint's happy ending in this series is going to be that he finally gets to retire, and I think that would be keeping in theme with Marvel Phase 4, that that Kate Bishop goes on to be the next Hawkeye, while Clint finally gets to, you know, be a family man. And it does make sense with Phase 4, because Phase 4 has very much had a focus on kind of what you leave behind. Characters that have moved on and their legacies. Obviously, like with Falcon going on to become Captain America, the new Florence Pugh character going on to become the new Black Widow. I don't know, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the movie, I don't care. I'm gonna see Shang-Chi though. I hope so, anyway. Depends if I can get someone to go see it with me. It's not that I'm totally friendless, it's just that I live on my uni accommodation. Most of my friends have gone home to live with their parents for a little bit. Obviously, we're also going to be having Riri Williams taking up the mantle from Tony Stark, but not only that, we're getting Armor Wars dedicated to Rhodey. Possibly Thor passing Mjolnir onto Jane Foster. Not sure about that, but we'll have to see. So it would make sense for Hawkeye to pass his bow onto Kate Bishop in this series. And going by what Hailee Steinfeld simps have to say on Twitter, I think that will be a popular move. Stop stanning celebrities, guys. You don't know them. You don't know what skeletons they might have in their closets. Just appreciate their work, man. Jeez. I'm losing my voice. I'm feeling a little hoarse right now. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't have that much to say on this trailer, and I don't know how much I'm gonna say when episode by episode comes out. I want to be able to keep up with these series now. I think I've had quite a bit of fun doing it with Marvel's What If. And I'd love to do more of these sort of episode by episode videos, so like maybe I'll continue that with Hawkeye. We'll see how it goes. But for now, yeah, I think it looks good. Am I super excited for it? It just looks pretty good, that's all I'll say. I'm not like as buzzing for this as I am, say, Spider-Man No Way Home, which makes sense because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Hawkeye is a character I like, but like, am I a fan? No. Have I read any of his comic appearances? Not really. If I have, I haven't even realized he was in there. And that's not a slight against Hawkeye. That's not me trying to make some objective judgment about his character or anything like that. It's just me. My interests lay elsewhere, but either way, I think it's going to be a reliably entertaining show, just like all of the rest of Marvel Studios' output, and I think you're going to get plenty of action. I think it's going to be good character-driven this time. Looks very character-driven, and I'm pretty happy about the fact that it's the first Marvel Studios thing set at Christmas since Iron Man 3. So from the looks of things, I'm gonna enjoy it regardless. It looks like a good show. I kind of hope that they fix the pacing issues that I've had with the Marvel shows so far. I think even though they're in televised form, they still move way too quick. And I guess I'll talk a little more about my pacing issues with the MCU shows when I get around to doing a video on the Loki series. I know, it's taken ages. It's taken absolutely ages. So yeah, sorry this video wasn't particularly substantial, but I just figured I'd give you my thoughts on the trailer anyway. So yeah, fingers crossed we're in for a good time, I guess. So what do you guys think? If you enjoyed this video and you want to support more like it, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And of course, in the description below are links to different social media feeds, including the Patreon. If you're feeling extra generous, like the following people, who are David 20 Covers, JK Strife, Marcus Ward, Sirius the Skeptic, Biotin Arts, Mr. SP, Sergio, George is Lost, Legendary Ray Ray, Adam Myers, and Fayalan Schwarzentraub. Thank you guys, you are the best of the best, but as for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching guys, and have a great day.